está la clave. Suena el bongo, hazme un tumbao que el ritmo lo pongo yo.
So I highly recommend using Google Maps to look at the area beforehand. I did not do this, and on the first day that we arrived, I was quite disappointed. It took a while to get accustomed and used to the area, and actually I'm like quite glad we are where we are, especially having the car. It's much more affordable and it's definitely the right move, but I highly recommend using like the little person on Google Maps to look at the actual area, like move the person throughout the streets and just see where you're staying. I would have some bug spray and fly traps because a lot of times like bugs somehow get in like under the door or from the window, or who knows where they're coming from. I really don't know, but
they're everywhere.
We just wish that we had some kind of system of like trapping them.
In the US, or I'm sure they're here too, we just haven't found them yet, they have those hanging fly traps, the sticky ones, and they were beautifully there, but we haven't been able to find them. So bring those if you have access to them back at your place.
I have heard that generally the Wi-Fi sucks. It absolutely sucks where we live. So we highly recommend finding a nice cafe to go to with really good internet speed. And we'll include the one that we found kind of close to our house. We love it. It's so cute. It's so sweet. It has all these little sofas and whatnot. I wrote a review on Google, whatever. So yeah, you might find that review if you find out where we went. You might want to ask beforehand if your place comes with a dehumidifier. And if it doesn't, I would either bring like a nice electric one, or you can always go to like Walmart and get those smaller ones that have like the little chemicals in the bottom that absorb water. Either way, you're going to need something that is a dehumidifier because moisture collects really easily. And I've heard like in some cases that it can even make some of your devices not work as well. Cool. Don't drink the water. Yeah, don't drink the water. It's not safe. Apparently it's like super chlorinated and something else, so just don't drink the water. I'm
bottled
not a big
water.
fan of bottled water, but like in this case it's like absolutely necessary, so yeah. Bring earplugs. For us, it's come in handy a lot because we have a 2-bedroom, and even though we have our own separate spaces to get work done, like any city living, the walls like can be a little bit thin. So when he has like therapy or vice versa, we'll just put in earplugs. Or sometimes like music in the neighborhood can be really loud from parties and mariachi bands and whatnot. So definitely bring some earplugs. If you are not bringing a car, like if you are not willing to like make that travel, I guess we are willing to do that since we have our own car, but if you're not willing to bring your car, we recommend living in this area called Cinco de Diciembre. There's also the hotel zone and the romantic zones. All of those are going to be a little bit more expensive than where we live, but again, give and take if you don't have a car. You can also use cheap unmarked Ubers instead of taxis. So Ubers here will not be marked.
Much cheaper here.
They are extremely cheap. They're not going to be marked here because they might get targeted by taxis and whatever the case may be. But apparently it's pretty easy to work out. I would use that. Rappi for delivery. So you might want to download Rappi. It's basically like Uber Eats, but it's like the Uber Eats up here.
And Uber Eats does exist here as well.
It does. We haven't figured out any of that stuff. We actually haven't used Rappi yet, but we have some friends who use it on a regular and they have no complaints. It's very quick, very easy, and it's really cheap and affordable. Also, for a laundromat, a lot of places don't have washers and dryers in your houses, and even if they do have washers, it's not likely that they're going to have dryers, so we highly recommend taking your clothes to a local laundromat.
Look at that dragonfly. Real quick, because this is just gorgeous. Look at this. This is the type of shit you see in Mexico.
Alright, so that basically ends my list of tips for housing specific. Okay, so branching off of housing, we have a separate little subtopic for home buys, things that you want to make sure that you buy at home before coming here, because you're not going to be able to find a lot of the things, not a lot of the things, but some of the things that you would want to find. Those things being your favorite snacks, even if they say the same name, even if it looks the same, i.e. Doritos, they are
Cheetos.
not the same. So for me, I have not found kettle corn. I eat kettle corn in the US like almost every night, so had I known that, I would have bought boxes and boxes of kettle corn.
Pirates booty as well.
Pirates booty
Doesn't exist.
does not exist. So definitely bring your favorite snacks if you know you're going to be craving them and are not willing to settle for other alternatives, because I'm not willing to settle.
If you like what Americans would typically consider as the nacho flavor, everything here has like a hint of that nacho flavor. So if you like that, then you'll like it. But if not, bring the regular types of your favorite snacks.
Cool. We do not currently have this, but we wish we did. A waterproof fanny pack, just for when you go to the beach and you want to leave some of your items, or you want to bring some of your items with you that you're not comfortable leaving. You're definitely going to want like a waterproof fanny pack and a waterproof phone case. Next thing is a good sports camera. We have the Insta360 Go 2. We love it. It's come in handy a lot of times. Any kind of thing like GoPro or any GoPro comparable. And the last thing is, if you're on the road, bring toilet paper or bring money for toilet paper, because
That's
they
a
will
big
charge
one.
you for the toilet paper to
Yep.
use in the bathroom. So
Yep.
yeah.